Hello guys, I'm Sammy from HackerBad.net, and today I'm going to show you how to anonymize any software running on your computer in order to be 100% undetected when you're using Skype or when you're gaming or when you're using email programs or file uploading programs and so on. So it's a very simple procedure actually, but first we're going to do some basics. So if you already know how the internet works, you can skip over this. So usually the way you connect to the internet is you go from your computer to your internet service provider and then directly to the web servers. That way your internet service provider gets to see what you're doing and the web servers get to see what you're doing as well. And they get to see where you are, where you're from, your exact IP address and so on, which is sub-ideal. Now, a solution to this is using a proxy server, which in which case your ISP still gets to see what you're doing. However, the web server itself that you're connecting to does not get to see what you're doing exactly and where you're coming from, because they only get to see the IP address of the proxy server. Now, the most secure method, and the method that I'm going to show you today, is called the tunnel or the virtual private network, short VPN. Now, in this case, the data, it's very similar to the proxy server in that your data goes through your ISP to the proxy server. However, your data is now encrypted, okay? That means your ISP doesn't get to see what you're doing. All they are getting is code that they cannot interpret because it's encrypted. And then that encrypted code gets to your VPN and then gets decrypted and the data gets sent to the web server, rendering you 100% anonymous, which is what we're looking for. Now, how do you apply this to a program running on your computer? Now, first I'm going to show you with a browser because that's the most simple thing to anonymize. I'm using this particular VPN right here. In my opinion, it's simply the best one out there at the moment because it is 100% anonymous. It is incredibly fast. It allows for a lot of customization and changing of IP addresses within about 10 seconds. And it also has a payment method where you do not have to give your credit card details, which I rather like. They don't bill you annually or monthly. You get to just prepay your subscription for a month or for half a year or for a year, and then they won't bother you again, which I really like. So this is the one I recommend. You can find a link in the description of this video if you want to check it out. So what we basically do is we obviously connect to our VPN. I've already done this, as you can see right here. I'm connected and I am anonymous at the moment. And I cannot show you the dashboard because it shows my original IP address. I'm sorry about that. But I can show you that it works by simply using my browser right here and going to what is my IP address, and it'll show us our IP address in a second right here. And then I'm just going to demonstrate that I can actually change it in order to show you that it works. So as you can see, my ISP at the moment is private layer incorporated, and this is my IP 179 dot whatever. So I'm just gonna change that. I'm gonna go to another server in Switzerland because, well, I live in Switzerland and connecting to servers in Switzerland is actually the fastest way to go. And I'm just doing that to show you that it actually works, that I am actually able to change my IP and that I am actually 100% anonymously using the internet. And as you can see, I am reconnected. My new IP address is... It's only slightly changed. Let's do another. But as you can see, it has actually changed. And I'm going to connect to a server that is... that has a little bit more of a heavy load, so we're going to see whether that works okay. And the ISP is still private layer incorporated. Those are basically the guys that are running the server that I've shown you before. That is the server connecting you to the other web servers, your VPN server. Let's have a look again. It should be changed again. And there we go. Now it's 133 at the end. So just to show you that it actually works, and it works pretty fast when it comes to changing your IP address, and that you're completely anonymous. Okay, so now how do you route this? How do you route a custom program through your VPN? Now, in order to do that, you need to know your program. In our case, it would be Skype. So what you do is you're gonna have a look at where exactly Skype is located in your computer. So you right click and you go to properties if you have a shortcut. And as you can see, the shortcut leads to program files and then Skype. So all you basically do is you go in the VPN to secure IP bind. Now what this panel allows you to do is bind a custom executable file to your VPN. That means basically you can route any program through your VPN. Now I've already connected Skype. I'm just gonna okay, so in order to add a custom application to this panel, I just had to remove Skype right there for a second. Now in order to do that, you basically all you do is you go to add new application, and then obviously you have the path for the application that you want to add or to route through your VPN, and you just go to that location. In my case, that would be program files, Skype, and then you basically find all the exe files in this folder and add them to the list. So in this case would be Skype, and I know for a fact that there's more, but you're going to have to search through all the folders. Program files, Skype, browser, there we go. So these are the 3 Skype files that I am able to find. Now the reason why we're adding all the exe files that we can find is just to be secure, okay? Obviously it would probably be enough to connect Skype.exe in order to be anonymous when using Skype, but just to be safe, I am usually just adding all the exe files that I can find that could possibly connect to the internet, which will render you definitely and undisputably 100% anonymous, which is what we're looking for. And now all my Skype phone calls or actions or chats are now routed through the VPN and are therefore 100% anonymous. And that's something you can do with any program on your computer. You can do it with games, with email senders, with everything, anything that you can think of. Yeah, so that's basically that. I hope you guys have learned something, and thanks you guys for watching. See you guys.